All right.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the official general election debate with our Board of Governor representative candidates. We're going to jump right into it and start with opening statements, beginning with our candidate, Emma, to our left here. Go ahead, Emma.
Hi, so I'm Emma Hilardo. I'm one of your candidates for Board of Governors rep. I'm a third-year student here at X. I'm in the Forensic Psychology program, and I'm really excited about this. First off, thanks for having us. And I just want to quickly touch on my platform before the debate starts. It's quite simple. I want to focus on three main things: equality, honesty, and accountability. So equality, I want to focus on the fact that students' voices should be heard just as much as anyone else on the highest governing body here at X. The decisions made impact us the most, therefore we should have an equal say. Honesty, I'm gonna be the first person to say my first year here at X, I had no idea what was going on. I didn't know who was making the decisions and what those decisions really meant. So I think it's important that we should be honest with our students, involve them in what's going on, and make sure they know what is happening. And finally, accountability. I really want to focus on being outspoken. I want to run for this position to be able to hold the school accountable for not only the things we do wrong, but the things we do right. We as students are impacted most by these decisions made. Therefore, we really need to hone in on the fact that we should know what's going on and know who's making those decisions. So, thanks.
Okay, thank you, Emma. Next up, we have Drew. Go ahead, Drew.
Hello, beautiful people, fellow Zovarians. This is your Drew Patel here, and I'm a second-year BA Health student, and I'm going in my third year. And as I explain my Board of Governors platform to you, before I would like to explain some things about what is Board of Governors, so you have a better understanding of what we do here. So a Board of Governors is a person who is there are two Board of Governors along with the President who sits on the Board of Governors Committee of University. So my role would be initially to advocate as a student advocate to the governing body. So that is one thing, and my platform has three main things, as Emma said. So one of the first things is collaboration, which I think is lacking. Being on the Youth Council for 1 year as international students representative, I have an understanding of how things work, and I think that there should be more work with counselors, the offices, for instance, the St. FX offices that are on the 4th floor that help minority students. There is one thing. One more thing is particular advocacy for minority and international students, because we pay more, certainly. And the third thing is fluidity. So the work that I'll take on with time would also make a lot of sense, because putting on a lot of things initially doesn't make a lot of sense. Thank you.
Thank you, Drew. Next up, we have Anna here. Go ahead, Anna.
Hi everyone, my name is Anna Hanson and I'm running for the Board of Governors position on the Students' Union. As a representative on the Board of Governors, I would be a voice for us students to represent your best interests. I'm here to be your voice for the changes that you want to see. I'm very experienced in advocating for others, as I was co-founder and member of my high school's mental health team, and I'm currently on the Cameron Hall House Council. I'm dedicated to making changes for the better of society. I'm currently in the Public Policy and Governance program, and I'm beyond excited to apply this real-world knowledge to create an enjoyable year. My commitment, determination, and focus show I'm the right person for this position. I'm constantly listening to others, since I want to be aware of and educate myself about important topics and issues in our campus community, and I'm dedicated to the causes that I believe in. I believe an effective board should have a balanced representation. As a first year, I would ensure that this balance is maintained. When people offer an opinion or advice, I listen. There's an opportunity to learn from others. I want to build upon the strong legacy that St. FX has and contribute to bring us through this COVID phase to make us resilient, strong, and proud. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Next up, we have Duncan. Go ahead, Duncan.
So, hi, my name is Duncan Mcintyre. I'm a third year. I'm also in the public policy program. And yeah, as they all explained, the Board of Governors representative is just to speak for the students. And with that being said, my platform is running on three things: transparency, innovation, and equality. Transparency, that one's pretty self-explanatory. Like, I'm working for the students at X, so I'm going to make sure I'm letting them know what exactly is happening at this body, so they know like what is going on. Innovation, I want to be able to connect, and that ties back into transparency. I want to find new ways to connect with students, so it makes it easier for them to understand what is going on and what exactly I'm saying, and for them to reach out to me so I understand what they want. And then equality, that's just making sure, obviously, everyone here at X is equal. We all have the same voice, and I would just be using that to speak for everybody.
All right, thank you, Duncan. We're going to start off with our first question that addresses all the candidates. And Drew, you'll be answering this question first.
Thank you.
So, if you are elected, you will sit on the Board of Governors body. Explain what the Board of Governors body is and why you think it is important for the student body.
Okay, so first of all, I would like to thank Alvaro Sanchez, who is an international student. My ex-roommate got me this mask, and it has a little Spanish flag. So thank you. He's listening out there probably. And I would like to explain about the Board of Governors. So the Board of Governors Committee is a committee that is made up of the executives of the university and Bishop of Town, who appoints some people along with 2 other students representatives, 1 more Board of Governors, and the president. So we are initially representing student body with the university, right? So that is one thing. And then they have committees them itself, like the Buildings and Grounds Committee and Investment Committee and a lot of committees. So they do most of long-term planning and financial work. So I hope that explains what is Board of Governors. Thank you.
Thank you, Drew. All right, Anna, same question.
All right. My job would be to sit on the different boards and councils to advocate for students. I feel it's an important cross collaboration between students, the school, and our outside communities. I'm here to help effectively collaborate and promote a symbiotic relationship between the university and different boards. And I really want to focus on leadership, collaboration, and communication. That's my job.
All right, thank you, Anna. Duncan, same question.
So yeah, pretty much they covered everything. But yeah, the Board of Governors, they are the highest governing body here at X, and they make pretty much all the decisions and reach out to the students and other committees, and as well as the town of Antigonish. And they decide pretty much almost everything on how the school is run, like tuition, resources, like where they get allocated to, and obviously that's pretty important. So my position as representative would be to speak for the students, because a lot of these people, they are alum, but they haven't been here, and we are all current students. So we need to be there to ensure that what they're discussing is still in touch with reality and what will affect us, because the changes they decide is gonna affect us, because we are here right now.
All right, thank you, Duncan. And Emma, same question.
So, as we know, the Board of Governors is the highest governing body here at X, compiled of distinguished alum and the 2 student representatives. So as the representatives, we have the unique opportunity of gaining the responsibility to speak and advocate for students on the council, sorry. It's our job to make sure that the students' voices are heard in terms of the decisions made that will impact us the most. We speak on important things such as tuition, bursaries, all that kind of stuff. And it's important due to the fact that although very accomplished alum, they are a little out of touch, seeing as how they haven't been here in a while. So it is our job to let them know what it's like being a student nowadays, and to make sure that is considered when making these decisions. Also, as a student, I have the ability to talk to different groups and people on campus in order to advocate for exactly what we need.
All right, thank you, Emma. Our next question is also going to be addressed to everyone, and Anna's going to answer first this time. So, as a counselor, how will you consult with your constituents to voice their concerns at council?
So, I plan to have very clear collaboration, communication, and leadership between myself and the boards and the students as well. I'm someone who's vocal and very well spoken on pressing topics and issues. I'm very open-minded, and these are crucial points in wanting to get things done. I aim to work efficiently and effectively, and I want to bring this mindset to this position, to use it to connect everyone on campus and communicate their wants and needs to people on different boards.
All right, thank you, Anna. And Duncan, same question.
I mean, like, yeah, that's actually, like I said, that's part of my platform. Like, I want to be approachable, and I want to be transparent, and I want to be innovative. So at the end of the day, I am speaking for the students. So anytime I can get the opportunity to speak to students and understand what they want me to say, I'm gonna do it. Like, I'll have my phone. Like, I will put my Instagram on notifications and I'll have my number out there. So if anyone wants to reach me, they can. So, and then with that being said, obviously, I'll be sitting on the board with these alum, and with all the information I'm getting from the current students, I can just pass it on to them. Let them know, like, hey, this is what the students' needs are. They've reached out to me and I've made it very clear that I'm open to suggestions, because at the end of the day, I'm just your voice.
All right, thank you, Duncan. Emma, same question.
I like to think I'm an approachable person, so I try to walk into every situation with an open mind, so I want my constituents to know that they can come to me with anything. Whether it be during my office hours, if they want to send me an email, or even if they need to shoot me a text, I'm always willing to have an open conversation about what's going on, whatever concerns they may have, and how I can bring that forward to the council. My whole role is to involve myself within the X community to speak and learn from students about what they need, the changes they want to see, and how we can make the school better as a whole. When I've gained that trust and information from the students, I will walk into every Board of Governors meeting with the mindset of doing good by my community, and I really want to focus in on connecting different councils and committees about what's going on as a community, not just individual parts of it.
All right, thank you, Emma. And Drew, your turn.
Can you please repeat the question, Rebecca?
Yeah, for sure. So, as a counselor, how will you consult with your constituents to voice their concerns at council?
Okay, so folks, I got an excellent plan for this. But before that, I would like to thank my roommates who tried to dress me up well. Thank you. So yeah, in the U we have a system that works really well. So we have counselors from every background, like science students, art students, international students, African descent, and there are 8 counselors and 2 board of governors. So I would like to communicate and make bi-weekly meetings with them. So I would be in touch with them every 15 days, said like, what's going on, guys? What do we do about this? Additionally, I would be also open with my emails and official account. So I would be out there as well. So that is a plan that I've built that should work, I think.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Drew. The next question for all the candidates is coming up, and Duncan, you'll answer this one first. So, part of your role as a counselor is sitting on the committees of the Students' Union. What committee are you most interested in, and what would you bring to that committee?
Yeah, well, personally, we have a lot of great committees, but if I had to pick one, obviously it would be the Sexual Violence and Prevention Committee. And obviously that is the most important committee in my opinion, because it is such a pressing issue at the school, and we're all aware of it. It's very clear. And that committee is advisory committee to the president, along with the vice president, and the current Visible edX coordinators. And pretty much what they do is they annually review the university's sexual violence policy, and then we recommend amendments if they're needed, which I think they might be needed at this point. And yeah, just another thing, just develop sexual violence awareness and prevention programs for the university. I think we are all well aware, and there are great programs online, and like, just students at the moment are already doing so much already.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Duncan. All right, Emma, same question.
I agree with Duncan. I think all the committees here at X serve a really important purpose, and they're all interesting in their own ways, and I think I'd be able to bring an open mind to any of the committees I'm asked or expected to work with. Like I've stated many times throughout my campaign, I'm continuously learning, and I plan to do so if appointed onto the Board of Governors. These committees, such as the Sexual Violence Committee, the Budget Finance Committee, and like the Equity Advisor Committee, all of these will teach me and open more doors of knowledge regarding my university and what goes on behind closed doors, so I can make more well-rounded decisions and arguments when going on to the Board of Governors, so I'm able to make improvements and show them what needs work and what doesn't. And I think that's really cool that we have all those committees at the school, because we're able to come together and work on some really important things.
Okay, thank you, Emma. Drew, same question?
Can you please repeat the question?
Yes, I can, no worries.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. So part of your role as a counselor is sitting on the committees of the Students' Union Council. What committee are you most interested in, and what would you bring to that committee?
So just a clarification, we are just talking about the youth committee.
Yeah, so the committees of the council. Yeah.
Yeah, so we have a lot of really good committees, and I was privileged to be the member of Equity Advisory Committee in my first semester, and we did pretty good job, and we do really talk about multiple things. But the 2 of the most interesting committees as a Board of Governors I would be interested in is the External Affairs Advisory Committee, because that would give me a chance to reach out to multiple parties or people or alumni to get people together and get things done. And the second would be the Equity Advisory Committee, which I was on last year. And I think we need more equity on campus, and we constantly try to work on that. It is never perfect. It is important to understand. So I would try to keep on working on the same committee. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Drew. And Anna, same question.
Thank you. I'm very interested in working and learning about all of the different councils on the U, and I want to use their voices and concerns as to bring up issues at different boards and councils. So I'll work with other counselors and executives in the U to communicate and collaborate those topics and issues they want brought up, and I will use my platform to bring awareness to their focus and their platforms to help promote their ideas, as they all bring really unique ideas, and they can all educate people on campus.
Okay, thank you, Anna. Our last question that addresses all candidates, we'll start with Emma answering this one. So, the BOG can be an intimidating body to sit on as a student. How will you make sure your voice is heard at the Board of Governor meetings and decision-making tables?
So I know the level of importance that this position holds, and I believe that will force me to fight even harder in order for my voice to be heard during the council meetings. This position allows me to advocate for all students and what they need, and that's really important. I'm a third year here at X, so I have experience. I have basked in our school successes, definitely felt frustrated with our downfalls, and have ideas on how we can make things better here for everyone. I'm strong-willed, and I don't allow myself to roll over that easily. And I know what needs to be said and done, and I will speak up at that meeting and let myself be heard. So.
All right, thank you, Emma. Drew, you're next.
Yeah, so everybody knows that I'm pretty outspoken and loud person. I'm loud, guys. Can you hear me? Yeah, that was a joke. Anyways, I think collaboration is the key for everything, and being open to ideas, no matter what your perspective of the idea is, also important. Putting your personal opinion on things on a side. So A and B thing, the thing is that we have to understand that university also has some requirements, because running a university is not like making money. It's also a non-profit organization, right? So they also have priorities and they're spending money. So understanding their perspective and understanding students' perspective and putting best things on table, that's what I think. And I would consult other people that are senior to me in the council, like executives and general manager, before whatever I do. So that's where I will prepare and will make sure that I'm heard.
All right, perfect. Thank you, Drew. And Anna, you're next.
Thank you. The Board of Governors can be intimidating, but it does not need to be. Being prepared ahead of time, anticipating various outcomes, and having a plan B minimizes any possibility of being intimidated. Communicating both formally and informally builds bridges and partnerships to achieve mutual goals. And that's how I will ensure that my voice will be heard.
All right, thank you, Anna. And Duncan, go ahead.
So yeah, absolutely, it's an intimidating body, but at the end of the day, both the two student reps and everybody else that is on the board, they all want what is best for the school. So obviously they're going to take my voice into consideration, given the fact that I'm speaking for thousands of students. So that holds a lot of pressure, and honestly, that just would drive me even harder, like work even harder to make sure my voice and the students' voices is being heard through me. You know, in my personal life, I don't like to get pushed over, and I can assure you if I'm representing thousands of students here at X, I'm not going to allow that to happen.
Okay, thank you, Duncan. Now we're going to be moving on to our platform-specific questions, starting with a question for Drew. Your slogan is, "Be the change you want to see in the world." What would be your first decision if elected to achieve this goal?
Can you repeat the last question again?
Yeah, so your slogan, "Be the change you want to see in the world." What would be your first decision if you're elected to achieve this goal?
Oh, well, thank you for asking the question, because that slogan is really near to me. I belong from India on the western borders, and my community is very close to Mahatma Gandhi's community, and he was just an hour away from me. Like, his town is very near. So he said that be the change you want to see in the world, right? So I first thing I have to do is that I have to shift from my mindset from like being international rep to the whole Saint FX body. So being more accepting to more multiple ideas and building bridges with everybody, that will be the first thing because I understand that at the end of the day, everything that matters is how well you represented the student body with everybody. So that's how I would build bridges initially and start working on things with time.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Drew. Our next question is for Anna. So, your slogan is that you have the qualifications. What would you say these qualifications are?
Um, so from my thank you to my public policy and governance teachers, I'm really good at communicating with other students, collaborating, and I have really strong leadership. And those are the three crucial points to maintaining good governing. And I'm also very hardworking, engaged, and I'm beyond excited to be representing our student body. And it's something I really want to do. And I'm such a hard worker that I would work my butt off in that position, so thanks.
All right, thank you, Anna. Our next question is for Duncan. So, in your platform, you state that you want to collaborate with societies to increase equality on campus. What societies will you collaborate first and why?
Well, honestly, all of them are great, first of all, but my main platform is the equality. So I want to reach out to societies that like represent students that maybe don't get their voices heard enough, like such as the International Society, which you probably represent better than me, but the fact that their voices aren't getting heard, I want to be able to connect with them on a personal level and, you know, just understand what they are going through so that I can speak for them at these meetings.
Okay, thank you, Duncan.
Can I ask a question?
Would you like to respond to that, Drew?
Oh, yeah. So just for the sake of knowledge of everybody, we won the International Society of the Year in the U. So you can clap if you want, everybody. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Drew.
So I know that our voices have been heard from last year a lot, and thank you for that. I would really appreciate that.
Thank you, Drew. So our last candidate-specific question is for Emma. So, your platform discusses the values you hold as a student. What specific actions will you take to harness honesty, equality, and accountability if elected?
So I think I've come a long way since being at X. Like I said, I didn't know anything that went on in the background when I was first year, and I've definitely made strides to make sure that I understand what goes on in our school. So I want to be honest with our students. I want them to know what goes on in these meetings, what decisions are being made, the services we have on school, the fact that we have these amazing mental health, sexual violence survivors programs. Just there's so many committees and programs put in place for students that we don't know about, and I want to advocate for students to know that one, they have a person in that room working hard for them, and two, they have all these amazing resources set up for them, not only by the school, but also by their fellow students. And I think accountability, I think there's been a lot of frustration, especially in the past year with our school, and I think it's time that like we as students, we as the board and the school as a whole need to take accountability for what's going on and make strides for better. So, yeah.
All right, thank you, Emma. So now we're going to check the chat to see if there's any questions from the audience.
Come on, audience.
Is there? Doesn't look like it. Which is okay. So right now we'll take the time, if any audience thinks of questions later they want to ask, or if anyone listening wants to reach out to any candidate specifically, we'll just go down the line. You guys can all state where and how you can be contacted if anyone has any questions. So Emma, you can start with your contact info.
Right now, I have an Instagram page. I think it's Emma for Board of Governors, and then also just my student email is x2018xux, and then, I don't know, shoot me a text. It's 902-476-2071. I'm really good at iMessage pool, so if you want to do that, I'm down.
Nice, thank you, Emma. Okay, Drew?
Yeah, so I have my Facebook page up for like Drew for Board of Governors. That is one thing. A. B. I have my personal Instagram account which I'm using for campaigning because it makes more sense because people know it. And C, you can contact me through email. My StFX email is x2019cea@stfx.ca. Thank you.
Thank you. And Anna?
I'm currently using Instagram as my main platform, and it's Anna_Board of Governors, I believe. My personal Instagram is Anna Hanson. I can also be reached through email at x2020ckh@stfx.ca.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have an Instagram and Facebook. The Facebook is Duncan Mcintyre for Board of Govs reps, and then the Instagram is simple. It's just @Duncan for Board of Govs. My X email is x2018vok of StFX. And if you want to message me on any of those platforms and ask for my number directly, like, you're more than welcome to. I'm pretty bad at pool, but I'll try my best. And honestly, if you just see me on campus, like, if you want to ask me any questions, like, give me a shout.
All right, awesome. Thank you. And we got a shout out from Nick Murray and Amy O'Hare saying you guys are doing amazing. So,
Thanks, Nick. You're the best.
yes, a good shout out there. So if there isn't any current questions from our audience, we'll go ahead and you folks can start with your closing statements. So we'll start with Anna. You can state your closing statement first. Go ahead.
Thank you so much for having us here for this debate. I am so committed, determined, and focused, and I am beyond excited to be in this campaign, and I would love to work for the student body. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Okay, Duncan.
Just first of all, thanks for having me. This has been great. Please vote for me. I will represent the students as best as I can, and I really hope y'all give me a shot. Again, just want to reiterate, any questions, do not hesitate. Hold me accountable. That's what I'm there for.
All right, thank you. And Emma?
I just want to say that on behalf of myself and all the other candidates, I think we have a great group here, and anyone you elect, hopefully me, but anyone you elect, I think will do their best to support the community that X has given us. I really just want to give back to the school that's given me so much. I had a great frosh year. I lived in McKinnon. I made so many new friends. The school has given me so many resources, and any small change and anything I can do to give back is really important to me. So if I'm elected on the committee or onto Board of Governors, I will do my best to make positive changes for our community. So,
All right, thank you, Emma. And Drew?
Oh yeah, Rebecca, you're doing a great job.
Oh, thank you.
By the way. So yeah, thanks for having all of us here, and I would try to do my best to get students' voice heard. As you have seen me working as international rep last year, we did really good things with from Diwali dinner to other things as speaking up as an ally in the Black Lives Matter movement. And additionally, I would like to explain my journey very shortly and briefly as much as I can. So I came here as an international student in 2019. I was pretty depressed, but Sanjita and others, thank you Sanjita, helped me a lot because they had a good society and they kind of lifted everybody up. So they helped us a lot in staying up, and then I ran for international rep election, and then I was elected hopefully, and we did a great job, which gave StFX to Patel and through StFX. Okay, so yeah, that things motivated me to work more for the broader community of StFX. That's why I'm running for Board of Governors. And if you have any other questions, you can contact me on my Facebook, Instagram, and even if I don't get elected, I would like to say that please vote, because you will be the responsible citizens of this country. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
I just wanted to say check your student emails on the 9th and 10th because so many people have asked me how to vote. So please go vote.
Yes, the elections team and vote crew will be out on campus on February 9th and 10th, encouraging everyone to vote.
I love those.
Check your emails February 9th and 10th. Please vote in our general election for two of these wonderful candidates you have up here. Thank you for tuning in, and